Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about our boy Timothy and Kylie Jenner. It reads, "It isn't that the meme actor dumped the reality star. It has always been that he was going to sleep with as many people as possible, including the reality star. He likes her expensive toys." Their relationship has been everywhere. I mean, in an interview with Vogue, Timothy refused to say Kylie's name or to acknowledge his relationship. Then we got a bunch of reports that they are so in love, which I'm assuming is coming from Kylie's publicist. Again, that's an assumption, don't sue me. And another assumption would be from this blind item that maybe they have more of an open relationship. That's why we've been so confused. Or he's just like straight up cheating behind her back. I mean, he's never really with her, so he has a lot of time. This comment reads, "Both are garbage. That guy is less than average. He looks like and I don't even know what that word is." And you know what? I'm not even going to try to say it. We're way too early in this episode for some controversy. Somebody else said, "Guess he isn't ready to be a stepdad." Are we really surprised? Somebody at the Daily Mail has an exclusive report that Timothy had dumped Kylie Jenner. This was published on November 11th. Sources say that there is trouble in paradise. Timothy has broken up with Kylie, one insider said. This has happened before, but she talked him into getting back together. She's crazy about him, so that could well happen again. He's filming quite a bit and she feels like she has to chase him. She is putting in the work more than he is, which has to suck. I mean, Kylie Jenner has it all. She's got money, she's got the beauty, the success, and it would be annoying to still have to go and chase somebody. There are so many people out there who'd want to be with her. Or at least I would think so, unless they don't want that baggage, and maybe that's where Timothy's coming from.
Apparently, Kylie Jenner has been left heartbroken by this Vogue interview. That's a headline from Yahoo, because she thought that even though they'd never spoken about the relationship publicly, now they were past the point of hiding things. And according to these sources, she wanted Timothy to acknowledge the relationship in a bit more of a proactive way, rather than acting like it doesn't exist. The quote in the Yahoo piece from the source says that she is raging shocked and heartbroken at the same time, which I'm a little bit skeptical of. So the quotes that have really made headlines are the ones around whether or not he wants children. So he basically talks about watching an interview with a child-free person who he won't name with a friend, and I'll quote him here. He says that the person was bragging about not having kids and how much time it afforded them to do other stuff. He says he found that bleak, which has, of course, quite upset a lot of people in the child-free by choice community. The writer says that Timmy believes that procreation is the reason that we are all here, and Timmy says that children could be on the radar for him.
Even though there are a lot of red flags, I mean, that Vogue interview was pretty bad, and I'm sure it really hurt Kylie. Kylie did recently appear on her sister Chloe's podcast, and she said she's happier than ever. Now, of course, Timothy did not specifically come up, no reference to a boyfriend or anything like that. They really did not, give us any tea. But she said she's super happy and she seems believable here. So I can't tell. Are they in a good place? Are they not? It sounds like Timothy's just doing whatever he wants to.
I have never been happier.
I love that.
Thank you.
And what makes you so happy? Just all the stars are aligning?
All the stars are aligning, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot that I think it's just also growing up, I think. And finding yourself and surrounding yourself with the right people, everything.
Our next blind item is about YUNGBLUD, and to be honest, I'm worried about him. This singer-rapper wouldn't have had to cancel his tour if he didn't do so much lean and other drugs. He needs rehab. Now, I know a lot of you guys love YUNGBLUD, and I've listened to a little bit of his music. I really started to learn about him when Ozzy Osbourne gave him his blessing.
Thank you, of course, man. Thank you, man, for everything, man. It's an honour, man. It's like the whole city's just...
You got number one album?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Good for you. Conquer America, like.
That's it, man. That's the goal. Myself, just so to
Thank
tell you I
you
love
very
you.
much, Tom.
And right,
God
man.
bless you.
I'll see you when we're doing pictures in a minute, alright?
Is there anything we can ever do for you?
Do you know what? The fucking music was enough. Thank you so much, honestly. You gave me an outlet. Everyone thought I was too fucking mad, and I was like, nah, man, I'm like Ozzy, so epic.
Just keep going.
Yeah, man.
Don't give in.
No, man, never. It's gonna be fucking epic, man. Love you, Oz.
Love you,
I
man.
fucking love you, man. Honestly.
Fuck it.
But it seems like YUNGBLUD is in a really bad place right now, and he's a really eccentric guy, so I want him to do well. This person said maybe he's emulating Ozzy too much, which do not go there. But it is interesting that YUNGBLUD has canceled a bunch of his shows, saying that his doctor ordered him to take a break. Now, he gave a really long explanation, and I don't think he wanted to cancel these shows, but clearly his body is not holding up. He said, "I didn't want to do any lasting damage to myself. We are on a journey that I want to last forever. I understand that some of you will be frustrated, and I just want you to know that this is so hard for me to do, and I promise I'll make it up to you." This is a post he made on TikTok back in September, and it seems like he was having some problems back then. He said, "I've been trying to get better for 2 days since New York, but I literally can't get off the floor, and doctors have advised me that I have a virus that requires me to rest and take it seriously."
Hi guys, the universe is funny, isn't it? When something exciting as fuck like tonight comes along, likes to balance the scales. I just want to say I'm so sorry that I've had to do this. I've been trying to get better for 2 days, but I picked something up and I just can't get off the floor. But I'm putting some money behind the bar tonight, so please go. If you're in Philly and have travelled in, please go and celebrate and have a drink on me. I love you all so much. And I'm so excited for this song to come out tonight. I wish I was with you all celebrating, but I love you. And it's fucking crazy. Kisses. Pray for me.
Our next blind item is about Lady Gaga, and it kind of reminds me of what's going on with Young Lean. It reads, "This permanent A-list singer just confirmed everything I wrote about her years ago, and her taking all kinds of psych meds and being on the edge of needing to be hospitalized." This comment reads, "Always engaged, never marries. You don't want to pass on bipolar genetics, but it could be damaged brain from smoking weed most of her life. They all say they can't cramp their artistic style." Another person questioned, "What is she on now?" Somebody else said, "Just to note, if you are not bipolar, you cannot tolerate lithium, so she is in need of the medication. Big surprise there." Somebody else said, "I don't understand divulging extremely personal medical needs and issues to the whole world, especially when not critical except to oneself." You guys might be a little bit confused as to what we're talking about, but Lady Gaga reveals that she was on lithium while filming A Star is Born. And then shortly after, she suffered a psychotic break. And you guys know, I can quickly get into some conspiracies, some Illuminati, some MK Ultra. What could have they done to her? I mean, if there is an Illuminati out there, if there is one, she's definitely in it, right? I mean, I love Lady Gaga, but she's right. If there is one, I'm not saying there is. So she did this interview with the Rolling Stone, and to give you guys some context, lithium is a mood stabilizer typically prescribed to manage the symptoms of bipolar disorder. Britney said that she was put on it at some point, and it was very debilitating for her. Right after Lady Gaga was done with A Star is Born, she went on her Joanne tour, and that's when she went through this psychotic break. She said that there was one day that my sister said to me that I don't see my sister anymore. And then she says, I then canceled the tour. There was one day I went to the hospital for psychiatric care. I needed to take a break. I couldn't do anything. I completely crashed. It was really scary. She said at one point she didn't think she could get better. She said, I'm really lucky to be alive. I know it sounds dramatic, but we know how this can go. Lady Gaga said that she was smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day, sitting on the porch all day, noting that she was getting ready to do press about the project and boast about what a great place she was in. So she was able to go through Chromatica and these different albums and tell everyone she was okay, but she definitely wasn't. I mean, 3 cigarette packets a day? I can't believe she could still sing the same way.
Lady Gaga's getting married and starting a family. You think you know Lady Gaga, but you have no idea. There was a moment where Gaga's own sister didn't recognize her. There were hospital visits, substance abuse, days she thought she couldn't go on. Did you know Lady Gaga nearly walked away from everything? Lady Gaga went from psychotic breaks and chaos to planning a wedding and a family. Gaga told the magazine being a mom is what she wants the most, and said fiance Michael Polanski is going to be a beautiful father. And they're both very excited. Gaga admitted she was on lithium during the filming of A Star is Born and wound up having a psychotic break, telling Rolling Stone there was one day her sister said to her, I don't see my sister anymore. Another day, Gaga says that she went to the hospital for psychiatric care, admitting she needed a break, couldn't do anything, was completely crashed out. She also opened up about the negativity around her Joker sequel, admitting she wasn't unfazed, saying, quote, I'm almost nervous to share my reaction, but the truth is, when it first started happening, I started laughing because it was just getting so unhinged. When it takes a while for something to dissipate, that can be a little more painful, only because I put a lot of myself into it. She even explained how the negativity inspired the music video for Disease, saying she put so much energy into that video, saying, quote, I'll show you who I am, and I'll show you what this fight is like.
Our next blind item is about Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin. Why do they list Baldwin still? They're so shady. Hailey Bieber, that is her name. This very rich A-list celebrity has to beg her husband to let her go out with him and his friends. He would rather her just stay at home and take care of their baby and not ruin his night. Not Hailey having to beg Justin to go and hang out with his hippie handlers. This comment reads, sounds healthy. Maybe she's trying to keep him away from bad influences, which that's a great way to look at it. Somebody else said, just get a nanny. I'm pretty sure they have a couple. Most rich people do. Somebody else said, if it wasn't for the kid, the divorce would have happened a long time ago. I mean, they had been married for at least 4 years, and before they had their baby. Maybe 3 years or 5, I don't know, but long enough. So I don't know if that would have happened. Maybe if the Benny Blanco and the Selena Gomez, them getting together happened before the baby, possibly, because I feel like Justin started to question everything when that went down. This person says, I'd rather just stay home than go out with him and his friends. I was thinking it's actually reversed. She'd rather be at home with the baby and have some peace and quiet. She seems like the stable partner. Recently, we did see Hailey was out with Justin and his boys. It looks like the begging worked, but Justin had a really cringe moment where he did not wait for Hailey at the car. He ditched her. It reminds me of a mom or a family and some kids getting to an event, and as soon as the car door opens, the kids ditch the mom and leave her behind, and they go their separate ways at this event. And that's what this reminds me of. Let's take a look. So we see Justin and his friends get out. I don't know if that's toothpicks in their mouths. Justin's out of there. There's his boyfriend that we've talked about before. And Hailey, they're left behind. At least he didn't slam the door in her face this time. Probably because his other friend was coming out, but there she goes. He's not even waiting at the door frame for her. He's out of there. One person writes, this sucks to look at. It just comes off so disrespectful and weird. One person said, I can't believe she had to climb into the back in that dress. If you're a gentleman, you would have her sit up in the front row, so she'd have to do all that climbing, possibly rip her dress. Somebody else said, bro, walk with your wife. He doesn't even help her out of the vehicle. I get you're a celebrity and there's tons of paparazzi, but wouldn't it kill to even acknowledge your wife? This is so embarrassing for him. Be a man, help your wife, hold her hand, wear an effing shirt. It's November. Watching these 30-year-old men flee the car with suckers and cans just make me really understand why so many men are lonely and can't find a relationship. Who wants this? Not a smart woman. Isn't she tired of the embarrassment? I know I sure am. And finally, ladies, we could all really do better. So a lot of people had a bad reaction to this, and it reminds me of the viral moments when Justin would just slam a door on Hailey's face. And it seems like that's just maybe who he is, probably because he was a big time celebrity at 11, 12 years old. So he's stunted at that age.
This is an example of how not to treat your woman. Hailey Bieber is liked by so many, owns her own business, has a lot going for her. She's beautiful, she's quite dignified. And in the video, you see Justin and his pal storming out ahead. Why is Hailey okay with this? So this is just a snippet of what we've seen, but maybe the celebrity world, this seems to be happening more and more. Why are men not choosing to be gentlemen-like, putting forward their woman and just really showing up for them in a way that these women would be proud of? To me, it came across as quite disrespectful, and she looked beautiful, she made a huge effort, and this was kind of her entrance, and this is how her entrance has been interpreted. What are your thoughts?
Our next blind item is about Chris Evans and his wife Alba. I did not see this coming. The superfans of this Boston-born A-lister love insisting that his marriage to his much younger wife is nothing but a PR arrangement. Cute theory, and completely wrong. The marriage is real though. What's causing all the smoke lately, however, are the whispers about what he's been up to while his wife has been navigating new mom life. Definitely wouldn't say the allegations are wrong. The chatter coming from behind the scenes isn't pretty. Sounds like a cheating scandal. This comment reads, it's Alba and Chris fighting to ruin each other's reputations before the divorce. Alba with a newborn baby and Chris cheating on her? Or it was revealed that their whole marriage and baby were fake all along. Funny, there was hardly any gossip about him, but man, over the last 2 weeks, it's been crazy, and the only thing that changed was they had a baby. The baby news has broke the fans, and this is backlash. First, the baby and marriage are fake or PR. Now, the baby and marriage are real. It's just ridiculous at this point. Now, they welcomed a healthy baby back in October. Congratulations, but since then, it's just been drama. Now, there was a rumor going around that Kris had been seen with a brunette at a local bar. The post also hinted that the actor's wife had recently given birth, so people assumed it was about Chris Evans.
We know these two got married, right? And in the last few weeks, they had their first baby together. They do confirm it to People magazine. And we know Albert hasn't really been seen. So this is suddenly hit social media that he's being seen in bars with young brunettes. This is not new. I've been having sightings for a couple of months of this. It's giving the whole Jenny Slate vibe thing, right? He totally chased her. She felt like he was out of her league. But Jenny, I don't know what you're thinking. No. And he sort of like professed a lot of big feelings for her. And she always said like he's got big, beautiful emotions and he's not scared of them. Like he's really confident to tell you. But something goes down. And around the time that he's meant to be seeing her, there were sightings of him in the bars with girls. Bearing in mind, this man has the best PR team in the business. You never hear anything about his little blips. At the time, at his height of his like hoitis, he was said to have given somebody an STD. This went out on, I think, just one forum, and his people got rid of it within like an hour. Anyway, shortly after those rumours, they split. And she says a lot of different stuff and kind of intimates that they aren't in contact, and maybe that's for the best. And it's just giving those vibes. Whether he is or isn't, I can't say for sure, but I can say that streets have been talking for a while, and because he stays in Boston, it's pretty easy for people to spot him.
Since we're talking about the newborn babies, Cardi B gave birth to her new baby with Stefan Diggs. Congratulations, Cardi and Stefan. This blind item reads, despite Stefan flinging his DNA everywhere and all manner of kids being born, this NFL player wants the rapper Cardi to take a DNA test to see if the ex might have gotten the rapper pregnant. So it looks like Stefan is also convinced that possibly Cardi's ex-husband Offset could be the father. And right now, Offset and Cardi are legally married in Georgia, so there are some laws that also say that Offset could be the father, even if he's not technically. It gets all confusing. I remember learning about this whenever we talked about Gypsy Rose and her marriage and how the baby was technically like her ex-husband's until he signed it off. Somebody says, as much as I'm not Team Stefan in any regard, it does seem like there could have been and is some overlap between Cardi and Offset. DNA tests should be a standard at birth to establish paternity. The tests are cheap and it would help out the courts and their costs. Somebody else pointed out that Offset keeps claiming that he is the father. He knows that's his baby. He pulled up to her place a few months ago with the biggest thing of roses I've ever seen. The roses were on a flatbed truck. Well, Cardi is not taking this paternity debate lightly. She's saying that she's being harassed and threatened to the point that she feels like her life is in danger. Cardi said, I'm really tired of getting harassed, and when I get harassed privately and I ignore it, that's when I start getting harassed publicly. I have every single receipt. If you want to keep sending effing blogs to harass me, like, I can't take it anymore. And of course, the blogs, they're popping up because Offset decided to post my kid, LOL, when Cardi B gave birth, which just sparked a huge debate. And also, it's a really petty move for Offset unless he feels very confident that that is his son.
Sounds like somebody who's trying to get money from somebody in a divorce settlement. We don't believe you. You need more people. Y'all want us to believe that the story is fake, the tweets are fake, and that he supports Cardi B when he has never publicly done that. Be so serious. He just know that this is going to cause him to have issues in court regarding their divorce. And he's also just trying to hold up this divorce.
I mean, Cardi and Offset do have 3 kids together. It's not the end of the world if they have a 4th. I mean, in June, it looks like Cardi said that Offset is an absentee father. So maybe it isn't a great move because now there's another kid where he's not going to be in their lives. And you know what? Stefan should be nice to Cardi because he has his own baggage. He recently had another newborn baby birthed from some model. He's got several other kids. So these people just have a whole army of children.
Can we all just collectively agree that this behavior is weird? It's weird. It's strange. As a grown man who is not with somebody to be making jokes about another grown man's baby. It seems weird to me. And Cardi actually said something on her live on Twitter that I feel is important.
There's a difference between being tough and there's a difference between somebody having an unhealthy obsession with you that you have to you gotta be concerned. And I'm really starting to be concerned.
He also is tweeting this about their divorce that he will not allow to be finalized. He is not agreeing to the terms of the divorce. And it does become scary. We see women who have men who are actually obsessed with them and are willing to do anything and don't want to see them with anybody else. And the behavior that he's exhibiting gives obsessed and scary. People are trying to downplay it by making jokes about their baby being his baby. And I just can't imagine why anyone would think that's funny.
Our next blind item is about Wendy Williams and Judge Lisa. I'm always excited for a Wendy Williams update. This blind item reads, the judge involved in the case of the former talk show host is being investigated for ethical violations, as she should. Get 'em. I bet that they'll find a whole lot more. I 100% believe that, in my opinion, that the judge has some kind of deal with the probate system and the probate lawyers and some doctors to keep people trapped in guardianships and to drain them of their funds. And I hope that she is investigated for any possible connections. The system just seems so big, I can't imagine it being torn down. I just hope that Wendy has some money left over after. This comment reads, I always wondered if Diddy had put her away so she couldn't testify at his trial. We all know her own family would have helped to set her up if allowed to gain access to her funds. Her ex paid off the judge with her money. What a betrayal. Somebody else said that it wasn't the ex because he wants Wendy's money. The courts are keeping him from it. The guardian is the corrupt one. Remember, the guardian's name is Sabrina. The judge, Lisa, though, definitely has it out for Wendy, telling her that she'll never work again, that she's irrelevant, which is not true. Whoever said that she had that form of dementia is in hot water, along with those people who orchestrated the conservatorship. Somebody else said, from the judge to the conservators, this has been so crooked, it's unbelievable. Wendy needs to be free. I don't understand how they've gotten away with this for so long and how she's going to get her money back, which is what I'm asking too. I hope that she can sue them and get those funds back, but then again, that's all tied up in court.
She was primarily a personal injury litigator. You know, some, not me of course, but some would call that an ambulance chaser. She also practiced in family law, divorce, custody of children, splitting up assets. For more than 1/3 of her career, she was an appellate lawyer. Translation, she sat in a cubicle and researched. And now she tells Wendy Williams, hey girl, if you want a jury trial, you better not speak to the media. If she feels that way, she could issue a gag order once legal proceedings have started. But this sounds very much like a threat.
Wendy did go to an independent doctor recently, and they said that she does not have this frontotemporal dementia that the judge claims she does. Wendy has been trapped in a very intensive care unit with people who are in their 90s, their 80s, people who have serious dementia. And she's saying this while she's doing interviews and answering questions, and she's clearly coherent. In August, Judge Lisa rejected the motion to end the guardianship following a medical examination. It looks like Sabrina was granted a 3-month extension through November 3rd. Some more time to go and get some money, allegedly.
Because my question is, now that we know that Wendy Williams don't got dementia, who going to jail? This is the first case scenario, which we know it's not. Now, her lawyer is basically going to push papers to find out how to get her out of this guardianship program. My thing is, how many other people that we don't know about actually is going through stuff like this, okay? We know Wendy Williams has been calling out for help this entire time and was actually said before that she doesn't have dementia, but somehow, some way, the guardianship had the test ran with somebody who apparently she knows, allegedly, and they said, oh no, she do got it. Now that we found out Wendy Williams don't, my thing is, who going to jail? Because y'all spending her money.
What's going to happen now is that Wendy's personal attorney is going to have to go and ask for a jury trial because right now the judge is not budging. She doesn't care if we've got a new diagnosis. She doesn't believe that doctor. She already has her doctor that she likes. So they need a jury in there and they have to go and prove their evidence to the jury for her to eventually get out. So, hopefully she's out in 2026. Maybe even 2027. It takes a long time in the courts. Our next blind item is about Kim Kardashian, Khloe, Britney Spears, and Lou M. Taylor. She scares me because she's sent me cease and desist letters. She tries to get me to remove videos. Lou M. Taylor is a scary business manager who was close to Diddy and was publicly named as the person responsible for putting Britney in a conservatorship. So that's why this blind item calls her the hated business manager who is still very much involved in the business of the reality family, arranged that little sleepover for the permanent A-list singer. And I'm sure Britney would not like this because she does not like Lou and Taylor. I believe that Britney's mother, Lynn, wrote in her book that Lou had been sending gifts and forcing herself into Britney's life until she eventually took over with this conservatorship and her bizarre relationship with Britney's father, James Spears. This comment reads, love them or hate them, the Kardashians do not leave people in their time of need. They have a strong family base. Britney does not. They have been there for Scott, Lamar, Kanye. They are well versed in dealing with these situations. Kim and Britney have known each other for years. They're not hard partiers. This could be a good support system. Hoping that this is genuine, Britney could use someone to advocate for her and protect her. She could also use a referral to a trained mental health professional to help her work through the years of trauma and exploitation. If the Kardashian-Jenner family have the decency to help Britney Spears through a tough part of the cycle, then kudos to them. That would be fantastic. I would be happy too if the Kardashians were a good support system for Britney. They did recently have a sleepover. It looks like they were at Khloe's house. I didn't even know that this situation was real. Here's a video of Britney, Kim, and Khloe all in bed hanging out together.
Oh, we're just chilling.
In our geriatric bed.
Yeah. This bed vibrates. What the fuck? What the fuck?
It looks like Britney also spent some time with their children. She writes, such a warm, beautiful, kind family. Thank you for allowing me to play with your kids and dinner. It was an honor to spend time with you guys. And you know, Britney loves children. Her kids were taken away from her and their relationship was ruined by other people. So I think that probably hanging out with the kids was refreshing and healing for her.
What's up, baby? Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, split.
Now, there are some red flags. I mean, Caden is there, Britney's longtime manager who has quite a history. I don't even feel like talking about it, but he used to be like in a big agency. He was let go because he was using his power for not good. So I do hope that this was a healthy hangout and not something orchestrated by Britney's old business manager who seems to be constantly out to get her.
I'm hearing that it was Travis Barker's 50th birthday party. They were having it at their home, at Courtney's home. This to me is really, really shocking because you'd think Britney would know. Does she not know? The Kardashians and the Jenner family are still intertwined with Lou Taylor. Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. Stay with me here. And many, many moons ago, Lou Taylor was the spokesperson for the Spears family. Not Britney, but her dad, her mom, and her sister. And this is one of the nights that Britney Spears was 5150. Didn't look at her. It is alleged, and I have to say this, that she was the mastermind behind coaxing and helping Jamie put Britney Spears into a 13-year illegal conservatorship. Back in 2023, Britney briefly had this up on her Instagram posts. TriStar, a week before they sent her away to a facility for almost 6 months against her will, where that totally just broke her down. I don't believe Britney was the same after she ever got out of that facility. TriStar invited me to their offices. So nice with her. We're here to make you feel special. Had lunch with Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill. They said, Britney, look at your picture on the wall. Those same bitches killed me a week later. My dad washed up those 2 women, would have done anything they asked him of. I think they were trying to kill me. I still to this very day believe that's exactly what they were trying to do. But not a damn thing was wrong with me and I didn't die. Lived through it all and I remember all of it. I will sue the shit out of TriStar. They got away. They all got away with it and I'm here to warn them every day of my precious fucking life. That was deleted.
Our next blind item is also about the Kardashians. It reads that this adult star slash celebrity slash reality star, Ray J. That's a lot of different labels. They caught me off guard with the first one. We're going to have to censor that. But they say he did the right thing. Now, several members of the reality family will be deposed and every little last secret will be exposed because you know everything will leak. This comment reads, Ray J, he's pissed off that he doesn't have the kind of money they have. Kris Jenner is very smart when it comes to money and opportunities. He got his cut. Guess he's aging out and can't find any women to support his lazy behind. Please tell me their downfall is coming. Zero chance anything leaks. Not to worry, Kim can give great legal representation. They are safe. The thing about Ray J, he is counter-suing the Kardashians. I mean, they sued him because he made claims that they're worse than Diddy. They've got RICO charges, all these things. So now that the Kardashians are suing him, he's countersuing for the lies as far as the tape goes, the intimate tape that he and Kim filmed in 2003 and that Kris sold off in 2006, and they painted it as a leak to kick off their reality show. Let's take a look.
Who benefited more from the tape?
Let me tell you something. That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. If you look from then till now, it's the worst thing that's ever been put on my name. It's the most disgusting, the most illegal, and
not disgusting. I mean, okay.
The most distasteful when you have a daughter. So when you're 20 and you just don't give a fuck, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the world. Y'all don't want to fuck me. Fuck y'all. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck your mom. I'm going to fuck everybody in a year. I'm fucking everybody. And then you fast forward to now where you're the bad guy. And now there's victims and I'm the aggressor or whatever it's called. And then.
Wait, who are the victims? The victims. I feel like he's just kind of hinted to something that we may not fully know about yet.
We can't work in the industry no more?
The Kardashian attorney Alex Spiro said, after realizing that Ray J's losing the case and losing his way, this disjointed, rambling distraction is not intimidating anyone. In response to his recent filing against the family, they said that he will lose this frivolous case too. Ray J said that it doesn't just go back to 2003, it goes back to whenever they spoke about the tape on their shows. I mean, it looks like at one point the Kardashians agreed to pay $6 million to Ray J, which kind of makes him seem a little bit more innocent as far as the tape goes. I just think Kim doesn't want to have to acknowledge that, yeah, they did lie on his name to leak it and to kick off her fame.
And there's a specific amount of weight on her this week because she's finding out there's been a hit out for her life.
I got a call from an attorney that was hearing from the guys inside that there was a hit out on me.
Thank God for her reputation in the prison system is how she found out about this hit. But we still don't know who it was. If you had to take a guess.
Well, they said it was someone close to her in the past.
Someone extremely close to me that used to be in my life had put a hit out on my life.
Who was your guess?
Ray J.
Oh, really?
Was yours Kanye?
I was like, it can't be Kanye.
I don't think it was
that's
Kanye.
the mother of my kids.
My thought was Ray J, solely because when Kim talks about how they looked into the hit, and it was basically just he said, she said, wasn't going to happen. I'm like, that is so something a Ray J would do.
Allegedly. We don't know if it's him.
They came up with the lead that, that it wasn't real. The person just wanted some money and was going to act like it was happening, but they were going to stop it for you, just to for you to be indebted to them.
They bleeped it for a reason.
It is crazy to think of a hit being put on Kim Kardashian. Like, would it be Ray J or would it be Kanye or who is out to get her? I don't know. But I want to hear what you guys think of all these in the comments below. I hope YUNGBLUD is okay. I am worried about him. I feel like a lot of celebrities get really good at masking what they're going through too. He could totally be one of those guys. But I want to hear what you guys think of this episode in the comments below. And I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.